Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to our channel and thanks for logging on. Today we're discussing the Tag Heuer Aquaracer 500-meter ceramic chronograph. You can see this automatic winding ceramic bezel chronograph on our website. Purchase it there, and if you enjoy these videos, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can also click on the card in the upper right-hand corner of the screen at any time to see our full listing for this watch, with additional accessories included, high-resolution images, and naturally complete pricing details. Now on my wrist, 6 1/3 inches, 16 centimeters in circumference, you can see that this 44mm 2013 new model year Tag Heuer Aquaracer Chronograph is just a bit bigger than its predecessor. The 2010 version was 43mm. This one's both more imposing on the wrist and more substantive from a qualitative standpoint. But first of all, let's talk about those outright dimensions. The 44mm does not count the helium escape valve at 10 o'clock, nor the crown and chronograph pushers on the opposing flank. In terms of thickness, the watch is about par for this class, being 16 centimeters thick, but with a very sheer flank and bezel such that it will be difficult to fit it underneath a tighter sleeve or dress cuff. Now from lug to lug, the watch is actually quite compact, being 50mm from lug to lug. This is an easier watch to fit across a narrow forearm like my own, and because the bracelet itself doesn't have any tendency to flare out, that is, you can pull it straight down around the tighter curve of a small wrist. Ergonomically, this watch is a winner for those who have smaller wrists and are more concerned with security perhaps than sense of proportion. Because make no mistake, this is an oversized modern reference. It's designed to look big. So if big is what you want, but security on the wrist remains paramount, really consider this reference because it leads in both classes. Now you can see that there's a high quality 3-link, one might say Rolex Oyster style bracelet attached to this watch. It's very thoughtfully done and very substantial in the hand. You'll note that it's polished on its flanks, satin on its tops, and underneath you can see to good effect those broad channels between links that ensure the watch won't pinch skin or pull hair. Now the clasps for Tag Heuer have come quite a long way, to the point where this twin trigger actuated single fold deployant feels almost as good as those being marketed now by Omega, and this watch is sold at a price point considerably below the Planet Oceans, so the value proposition as well as the quality are both there. Now the watch does feature a stamped pull-out dive extension that allows for easy fit over a dive suit, or perhaps from a more practical and realistic standpoint, over a thick winter coat or cold weather sweater. Closes crisp, as does the clasp itself, satin finished, shuts with a snick and a snap. But the star of this watch, and the namesake of this model, is the ceramic bezel. Now the ceramic bezel means that essentially the fired material that's used as the bezel insert is effectively as scratch resistant as the sapphire crystal itself. So this watch is designed for long wearing durability. If you're familiar with the look of an old dive watch with a banged up bezel with the bare metal shining through, that's not what you get here. The ceramic is designed for long wearing good looks, and the watch inboard of the bezel, which I'll mention, has a superb detent and just enough resistance. It feels as good as it sounds. But inboard of that bezel, there's a unique horizontally striated dial. Luminescence, legibility, simplicity, all of these are the guiding lights of this watch's design philosophy. You can tell at a glance what time it is, and you can see the classic Valjoux 7750 style chronograph layout, so that in conjunction with the date at 3 o'clock, it's a vertically as well as laterally balanced dial. Quite handsome, quite legible, and it glows like a torch at night. Now inside the case back, featuring the diving helmet logo, there sits a caliber 16, which is Tag Heuer nomenclature for the ETA, or formerly Valjoux, chronograph caliber 7750. Here it's hermetically sealed against 500 meters of depth with a screw-down crown, rubberized like the pushers themselves, as well as a helium release valve at 10 o'clock. Now this is exclusively for exotic gas mixtures and diving bells, so something you're unlikely to ever need, but it's great to see that kind of feature content on a watch that honestly undercuts most competing models from Omega by thousands of dollars, while delivering perhaps 90 to 95% of the material quality. You'll also note the handsome finish of the watch, with high polish on the flanks and satin on the lug tops. The watch is carefully designed, thoughtfully designed, ideal for its stated mission as a utility-style watch, but because of the handsome combination of white metal and black dial and black bezel, it does wear well aesthetically with a suit. So while the case itself might not slip underneath the tightest dress cuffs, rest assured the watch does have the look to pull off a sport jacket or a blazer. Finally, the movement, being a Valjoux 7750 base, is tank tough. Unidirectional winding, a 42-hour power reserve. When you pull the crown, you stop the balance, hacking the seconds. When you pull the crown to the second position, you enable the quick set for the date. And naturally, it has a chronograph function featuring tri-compacts, hours, minutes, and seconds, with a constant seconds dial at 3 o'clock for when the chronograph is not running. You can see this 500-meter ceramic bezel Tag Heuer Aquaracer Chronograph and purchase it on our website.